please explain what makes you qualified to be the head trader anywhere, and especially in this market environment? Because there's a tremendous amount of people online. When the markets go down, they start a course business. When the markets go up, they start a course business. When you know what I mean? Everyone's selling courses and all that BS. So what is it about you that makes you qualified to be the head trader anywhere, and especially in this environment? And I know you're going to say trader of the year. Maybe dig a little deeper. Explain what the Trader of the Year award was, right? Because just saying Trader of the Year may seem like, oh, well, I mean, can I get an award for being, your friend of the year? So like, people, be as specific as you can be. Give people a real view of it for those that are new. Go ahead.
Folks, listen, I didn't figure this stuff out in my mother's basement. I began my trading career working at a fund in New York City. And when I got hired, for the first 3 months of my employment, I had to sit in like a classroom setting with other new hires and go through like a 3-month training program before they let me touch even $1 of their money. And then 2008 happened and the stock market crashed, 50% from 08 to 09, 55 or 56%. It was the Great Recession, the worst recession any of you have ever seen. But yet that was the year that I received the Trader of the Year award. And that award was going towards the traders that the partners of the firm felt stood out in their performance and their progress throughout what was the craziest market time that we have seen. And my performance there really came from being short in the financial sector, like Goldman Sachs and, a lot of the different banks. Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. Bear Stearns went bankrupt. I was short Bear Stearns going into that. That was, the kind of the first little crack of the housing crisis was when Bear Stearns kind of went under. And then kind of the end of it was when Lehman Brothers went under. A lot of people don't know what those companies are, but they were huge investment banks on Wall Street that, it's like when you say JP Morgan, it was like Lehman Brothers, but a lot of people here today don't, may not even know what Lehman Brothers is, but it was a massive, massive investment bank that actually went bankrupt during 08, 09. And same thing with Bear Stearns. Bear Stearns was nowhere near as big as Lehman Brothers, but still a very big investment bank. And these are, my short positions on those is really what enabled me to kind of stand out in my performance and receive one of those awards. So it's like what makes me qualified, guys. I mean, like I said, I was trained by professionals and I've lived through this environment way worse than this. I've traded way worse than this environment. The markets were down at the end of 2008. By December 31st, the S&P was down 38%. It's the worst one-year decline the S&P's ever had. And, now we're sitting down, like 20% on the S&P. I don't see this getting as bad as 2008, 2009. I don't see it getting anywhere near as bad as 08, 09. What makes me qualified is, whether you join True Trading Group or not, you guys have to make sure you understand the background of the people that you're getting your guidance and your education from. And when you guys join True Trading Group, you're getting a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund, as well as access to a lot of the tools and resources that professional traders use and that we were taught to use. And that's how professionals make better decisions. Professionals don't go on Reddit and Twitter and read, who has the most retweets and let me go buy the stock that they told me to buy. That's not how professionals do it. So why are you doing it that way?